guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. Well, first off, congratulations on the extension.
Thanks.
Just kind of, what does it mean for you to kind of have your future solidified here?
Yeah, a lot. Obviously, I love it here and want to be here. So, really, really happy day yesterday, and just looking forward to the next little while here and keep winning hockey games. So it means a lot to me.
Michael, do you do anything to celebrate or buy yourself anything? Or
No. Just talk to my family, my friends, my teammates. That's pretty much it. Just kind of reflect on things. It's really special to me to be here longer. So nothing too crazy. Just hung out at home and enjoyed the day.
how much pride do you take in being so versatile? I mean, we've talked a lot over the years about you playing center or wing, but on different lines as well. Just how much trust the coaches have in you.
Yeah, it's good. I take a lot of pride in that. I think it's important to be versatile and play anywhere in the lineup and help out however I can. So just try to do that and do that to the best of my ability. And I take a lot of pride in it.
Pretty happy to get it worked out now rather than wait until the summer or whatnot.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's just one less thing to think about. Nothing really changes. Just just that's done. Just got to keep working and keep helping the team and keep focusing on winning games. But I guess that's that part of it for sure.
Hey, Ras, given how much your game has kind of grown in the past couple of years, have you proven anything to yourself about kind of where you stand in this league or what you can do in this league the past couple of seasons?
Yeah, a lot. I think that's the constant thing that I've tried to do is prove it to myself and just work hard and above all else prove it to this organization and the guys in the locker room. So I think I've done that pretty well.
I guess what have you proved to yourself over the past 2 seasons?
I guess just that I can be here and genuinely help the team and be a part of the locker room and I think there's many things that go into those things, but I think those things stand out specifically.
For a guy who was a prolific scorer in juniors, how much pride do you take in being able to kind of adapt to kind of a different role, more of a grinding, kind of a checking, energy type role?
Yeah, I think that's just kind of what I needed to do to be successful, and just tried to work my best at it, and
How long was this? Was you somebody that you are active in this? Was it something that had been going on for a while? Or you just kind of
just let it play out. I just kind of tried to do my job and focus on the really important thing, which is winning, and doing well for the guys in the room. So I wasn't too active in the actual talks. I just tried to hold up my end of the bargain and play well, and we'll try to keep doing that.
What's it to sign for 4 years? There's a certain amount of belief there of what you guys can do in that span. Like, what do you see in this team's future in that span?
Yeah, I think a lot of bright times. I think it's going to be a promising few years here, and that's really it means a lot to me to be a part of it, and we just got to keep going and keep building. But we have a lot of good pieces in this room, and young players coming up, and just got the guys to do it.
I know you haven't been there yet, but do you allow yourself to think about what it would be like to play in the playoffs for the first time with this team and how your game, with your size and strength, might translate in those moments?
Yeah, all the time. Think about it all the time. Watch playoff hockey every time that we're not in it, and I'm pretty jealous. So I think it looks like a lot of fun, and obviously a childhood dream for everyone, right? You watch playoff hockey, and it's the best time of the year. So I think about it all the time.
What's the conversation like with Steve when you sitting there yesterday signing that contract? Anything specific?
Not really, no. Obviously, just put some trust in me, and that meant a lot. And obviously, just thanked him for believing in me and also sticking by me. There's been ups and downs in my career, and that's meant a lot to me. And nothing too crazy. Just that they believe in me, and that I'll keep working hard for him.
Earlier on, was that ever in the back of your mind that he's not the guy who drafted him? And you did have to maybe prove something even more to the guy that weren't his draft pick, I guess.
Not really. No, I think whether someone drafts you or not, you need to perform. Nothing's handed to you, so not really.
Does doing it at home mean you get to avoid paying for a team dinner on the road?
No, that's actually the question over there about buying something. I'm gonna get the guys a nice dinner, and that's gonna be my purchase.
Who's going to be the most trouble with the bill, do you think? Ordering.
I don't know.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Coach, a lot of times we come in here asking what you're working on, what's going on, but what's going right for this team right now?
Some resilience. Our 2 wins on the tail end of the road trip was goaltending. Special teams going well. And again, I still think if we're going to stay in this battle and continue to stay in this battle, it's going to be about keeping it out of our net. Obviously, we had a shutout, and we kept it to 3 or less. In Seattle, it gives us opportunity in overtime. So, still a long ways to go. Just, even addressing the guys this morning, it's going to just get tougher. And our next task and challenge is a very good Colorado team tomorrow. And just the other thing is just really challenge the guys. It's been hockey forever. You get a long road trip like that where you go West Coast time zone, Mountain time zone, West Coast time zone, like you're back and forth and then back. For whatever reason, that game at home ends up being flat. So that's the challenge for the guys, not to come out flat.
Derek, what can you do to, not just particularly to what you just said, but get better starts? Because both in Calgary and Seattle, like the first 5 minutes, there was a lot of your goals.
Yeah, probably maybe some flyer game, but a little credit to both those teams. Those teams are forecheck identity teams, and it's exactly what they established. Conversely, we had 2 really good starts in our losses. So I know it's easy to think of us in our last 2 outings, and that's legit, but we should have came out of both those periods, both Edmonton and Vancouver, ahead, and we didn't. We flipped some puck luck in the goaltending on the back end. So it's always important to get a good start. It's probably just what I mentioned. It's important to get a good start tomorrow against a team like that.
What does it do for a coach when you make the line shuffling you did to have it for, I guess?
Yeah, obviously, I think that's probably maybe a little trust in the guys, where they'll probably never question, what goes up on the board there. We needed a little spark, but that's more credit to our depth, not a genius coaching room decision on changing. We have the luxury of being able to move guys up and down the lineup and for it to work. So it'll still be a work in progress. I think we're playing maybe the best first line in hockey tomorrow night, and that might be a matchup issue. We might change on the fly there just to combat that matchup too. So it's a luxury to have with our depth.
Derek, do you feel like you're well equipped for these challenging games coming up then?
I hope so. We're getting better at it, and this is what you ask for. Like you want meaningful games down the stretch. We had a flirt with it a little bit last year, but we really haven't been in this position in a long time, and we've worked hard to get here. Now let's see how we handle it. So we've handled them for the most part pretty good, but again, these are just going to get tougher and tougher and tougher.
You got a little bit more veteran
Yeah.
roster, guys who've been through a lot of these types.
Yeah, I think that helps game to game. I think that helps period to period, with us keeping a calmness about us, maybe a quiet confidence about the group.
You said if we stay in this battle, is that becoming less of a dip in your mind as you go on?
No, we'll see. I mean, just what are we? We had a 10-2-2 stretch before the break. We're 3-2 after the break. And again, if you would have told us you got Vancouver twice, Edmonton, you're at Calgary, you're at Seattle, any team in the league would take a 3-2 segment on that. And here we are still. We can't separate. It's not going to happen. Again, it's going to be more about us going after. The more and more, I talked about that 95, 97, 100 points. I still think it's going to be around that 97 points. So we'll watch what's going on around us. But again, we just have to take care of our own business.
What was your reaction to seeing the Rasmussen extension?
Ecstatic, excited. Obviously, you guys cover us. You see the way I use him. The staff is a very valuable fan of him, and know he's a very valuable player. I mean, just in the last month alone, he's centered a really quality fourth line. He's been on a checking line. We put him on our top line to give us a spark. Obviously, kills for us. Good pro, good human, good individual. really happy for him. And just sometimes when it feels earned, and when it feels like there's a little team success with it, like we've improved as a group here over the last couple of years, and he's been a big part of it. So really happy for both parties.
What did you know about him when you first came here, and is there anything about him that surprises you? Or
His reliability, probably. God, I go back to last year. It was so easy to point to us trading everyone at the deadline. That stung, of course, and we had a shell of our team. You know, there's some nights we were fielding a AHL plus team down the stretch, but people forget he got hurt down the stretch. He drove us, you know, a lot of times. He drives lines. He wins battles. He wins shifts. So I think probably it's come as advertised, but he's grown in the couple of years I've seen him. And just to have a player that can play center and wing at 6'6", can kill. I still think he can grow into some power play, net front time, just some of his skill set. So I don't know if anything surprised us. It's just been really cool to watch him continue to grow and develop, fight through an injury, and just again, it just feels earned by him with his approach and work ethic.
So it seems like you've seen a lot of
Go ahead.
growth this season.
What's that?
A lot of growth as well from Joe Valeno. What do you see that's clicked for him? I mean, you've had him on power play too on a pretty deep team.
Probably a little confidence. Again, a guy like that, very similar to Ras, we've used him throughout our lineup for a spark in that he can get touches for other people. He can establish forechecks, size and skill, can skate. And probably just a confidence. Again, we use Joe in every situation. Power play, penalty kill, he's centered. He's been on a wing, even on this road trip. He went from center to wing for us. So, again, I just think today's NHL, those versatile players are important. Even our depth this year. I mean, Christian Fischer is someone who we've used on the, we talk about success and changing lines of. He went from wing to center on that road trip and did a great job with it. So I think Joe's just very versatile player.
Hey, with Ras, some of those forwards you had in Tampa, Goodrow, Hall, Killorn, that helped you guys kind of get over
Yep.
the hump of the playoffs. Do you think that his game will translate if and when you guys?
Of course. I think there's some that B game. Again, great observation. And obviously, we had the luxury in Tampa of having 3 or 4 of the best players in the world. Vasi, Cooch, Stammer, Hedman, Point. I mean, but we never got over the hump until those secondary type players that you had mentioned. So, of course, I think he's got some quality B game also.
Looked like an intense practice out there today. As the season gets deeper, how do you, as a coaching staff, design the intensity?
Yeah, that is a great question because you like today's day and age of sports science, we literally work. You'd be amazed. We literally work with our strength coach right down to the drill on the intensity level. We try to hit it right. There's this tough balance where you still need reps. We thought today was an important day to have a longer, harder practice, but you want to be smart too in that we have a 3 and 4 coming up, and we're coming back from the West Coast. It's a tough challenge, getting that balance of practice versus being fresh. So you got to trust the sports science, a little gut feel on that. But today just felt like we need to work on some things. We did that.
Alex Lyon tomorrow.
Yeah, Alex Lyon tomorrow.
Anything changed with Wheeler Husa? Has he seen another doctor coming home? Or
No, I think it's going to be similar. Not the same lower body, but similar in time frame. So he'll be in that week-to-week time frame.
Like he might miss as much time again?
Yes,
Is that
correct.
wouldn't that pretty
Yes.
much eat up the season?
No, I don't think so. We're pretty close, but again, we'll get a better feel. Again, true week to week. Every week we'll get a better evaluation of it. It's definitely not a day to day.
Just going back to Tampa for a second, when you see Colorado, does that kind of leave a pit in your stomach or something?
Yeah, it does. It's just I'm sitting here today as a head coach because I had a journey learning how to win. And I was fortunate enough to win 2 Stanley Cups, but it's so hard to get to a Stanley Cup final. And we were right there. We got to the Stanley Cup finals and we lose to Colorado. Of course, it stinks. That one, as much as you'll always remember the Stanley Cups, getting that far, not winning one stung a lot. But it's all part of it. It's all part of the growth. And you're so happy for Colorado. I think they did it correctly, patient. Obviously, JT was part of that team, was in the room. But, oh, yeah, it stings for sure.
You talk about the opportunity ahead, but this team, these guys haven't been through this before into the playoffs. How do you not make it too big for them?
Yeah, I live in the moment with it. Yeah, day to day, live in the moment with it. You shut the noise off, obviously. I'm not in the media. I don't do social media for a reason and purpose, clear my own head. I hope our guys are the same, but I'm sure the 2 straight losses, it was over. And for some fans, that's why they're fans. And then with the 2 straight wins, it's already a lock buying playoff tickets. So we obviously, you can't operate like that. This is going to be extremely difficult. And again, it's more a credit to our division and our conference. There's still projections out there that people send me where we're still a low 20%. Some of the teams chasing us are 67% projection of making it. And a lot of, I get all that stuff. Today's projections and AI, whatever. Like I get it. But that's why you just shut those things out. Live in the moment. And if we are going to stay in this battle and be fortunate enough to be there in the end, it's going to be about what we do.
Did you see what it is today?
It's not good.
No?
Stop looking. It's not good. But I know this sounds crazy. Today's betting, and I'm not a gambler, but you just go to the NHL schedule before your game plays. They have the odds, and Vegas hates us. So I hope they've lost a lot of money on us. Someone gave me a stat. We've won more games as a Vegas underdog than anyone in the league this year by a large margin. So keep the secret. I hope so. Maybe it motivates our guys. I mean, we were road underdogs, big dogs, both in Calgary and in Seattle. That's fine. I think it says something about the group. There's a quiet confidence in that room, but quiet confidence only comes from doing it right. We got to continue to do it right.
So what is it, like you don't want to see it, but you peep?
Well, I guess you schedule. What time do we play?
Okay.
And then Vegas always slaps me right in the face. You're minus 150 in Seattle. I don't know. I didn't even know what it meant. Jeff Schwab had to walk me through. Yeah, no, they don't like us. I'm like, okay, there it goes.
Good idea not watching social media after the Vancouver loss.
That's reality. We play the best team in the league on the road, which we just beat 5 days earlier. We actually outchanced them, outshot them. Probably played a pretty good game, and the season was over for some. But that's part of being with a passionate fan base.
So same lineup tomorrow?
Same exact lineup tomorrow. Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.